All right, YouTube, we're headed to go get the Eibach springs installed. We're going to see how big of a gap we got going on here. I can stick my hand right in there. That's how big of a gap. We'll see how far it comes down once the springs are installed. All right, what's up, YouTube? We got the Eibach Pro Kit installed yesterday, and it's really looking, it's definitely, you can tell a difference. Very subtle, but as far as the performance, that's where you can really tell the difference. By the way, it's going to take a few weeks to settle down, so it's definitely going to get lower, but you can see we were able to put our hand in there last time. Now let's see. Oh, yes. Wow. Okay, we can just put our hand in there, but we can't turn our hand like we could last time. So it definitely came down. Definitely, without a doubt. We can't turn it like we could last time. So it's definitely lowered. It's going to get even lower in a few weeks once it's settled. But let's talk about the performance of these springs. Now, with the stock springs, let's say you're riding and you come to a stop, this thing will want to nosedive. Now there's none of that. I mean, probably 75% of that nosediving when you come to a stop is gone. Also, when you take off, your front end comes up and your rear end goes down. Your rear end goes down. All of that is gone with these Eibach springs installed. Also, with these Eibach springs, the roll is completely gone. When you turn left or you turn right, your vehicle sort of sways and rolls, tilts to when you turn to the right, it kind of tilts to the left. When you turn to the left, your vehicle kind of tilts to the right. Well, all that roll is gone with these Eibach lowering springs installed. I mean, it's much stiffer, this vehicle, now that these springs are installed. And when I say stiffer, I don't mean it sacrifices comfort. It's still an extremely comfortable ride quality. But I mean, the performance that these springs make, oh my goodness. This modification is well worth every penny. Now, it may be that I got such good results with this is because I have a front double strut brace as well as the springs. So they're sort of complementing each other. So I have very little roll. I have very little dive when I brake. And I have very little leaning back on takeoff. You know, the vehicle, the rear end wants to kind of just drop down when you take off, but all of that is gone with these springs installed. And I'm sure that strut bar really helps complement each other. But all in all, this modification is one that I absolutely do not regret. I mean, look at the stance now. I mean, it really looks nice now that those springs are installed. I mean, really look nice. Look at the difference. And the front really came down. Some. But like I said, in a few weeks, once it settles, it's going to be even lower. So really pleased with this modification. Now, the biggest expense of this modification is the labor to install them. The springs itself really are reasonable, right around $300 for the Eibach Pro Kit for this specific vehicle, because the springs are model specific. All in all, man, this modification is doing wonders for the performance. I mean, when you ride, it is so comfortable. I believe it's Actually, it's more comfortable than the stock springs because you have way less roll, and it still rides with a very good quality. Very good quality. But yeah, Eibach Pro Kit installed. Gotta stay tuned for the next video. Now, if you're watching this video, do me a favor and tap that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up if you like this video. All right, guys, this is Alex RT Life. Until next time, signing off.